Welcome everybody, live from Megacon Orlando. We are here, where else but whatnot, sitting with Ashley Eckstein. Eckstein or Eckstein?
Eckstein.
I always say it so wrong, I feel.
It's all good.
But I
Everyone
do know the Ahsoka Tano, amongst many things, but one of her more recognizable things. How are you today?
I'm doing so good. Orlando's my hometown.
Of course.
So Megacon is my hometown con. So to be here, it's just really special.
It explains the massive lines that you have out there, so a lot of attention being brought your way. So
Oh,
how are
gosh.
you handling it nowadays?
It's always surreal.
It
You
is,
know,
right?
You never get used to it. It's not something you just expect. It's always very humbling.
Right.
When you show up someplace and people are waiting for you and willing to wait.
Especially in lines like those, right?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. So anyone who's waited in one of my lines,
She's
thank
here
you.
shortly, I promise you.
Thank you.
What's going to happen
Should I
here,
start
you
signing?
can start signing,
Okay,
of
let me
course.
start
You know how
signing.
this goes already.
Yeah.
While she does that, I'm going to run you guys through what's going on. We are live here at Megacon Orlando. We're sitting with Ashley. We're getting a bunch of items signed. Those items are going to be in the buy it now and in the auction. I believe we're going to be starting with either a giveaway or an auction item. That's going to be running shortly. But again, these items, buy it now. We've got Funko Pops of all different types of exclusives and color waves, so have a lot of fun with that. We definitely got some Black Series back there as well, so pop into the stream, kick back and enjoy. We've got Ashley's mom over here. It's a family affair.
We got Mama Tano.
I mean,
We call her Mama Tano.
Mama Tano's in the building. I love that. Is there a Her Universe customized shirt coming soon from Mama Tano?
I hope so.
You know what? I won't take credit for the idea, but I'll say it originated here, right here on Whatnot, all right? So while we do that, we'll get all the signatures rocking. You at home, if you can't make it to the convention, if Ashley's lines are a little bit too long and you can't stay the whole day, don't worry. The Whatnot app's got you covered. We've got items in the buy it now and in the auction for you to take the con home. That's right. You can get any of these items in your hands and be a fan, right? And add it to your collection. So of course, Ashley, the voice actor,
go.
the Jedi in person, as I always like to say. I always walk away from our interviews like, man, I feel so whole. How does it,
Aw,
like I do.
thank
You
you.
always make me feel so good. I know we always talk about things like Star Wars Mindfulness Matters and Her Universe and everything, and it's just so nice to always have a conversation with you.
Speaking of Her Universe,
Yes, tell me
actually,
more.
So, very grateful to Fan Expo. Her Universe has a pop-up shop here at MegaCon, and also one in coming soon to Dallas, Fan Expo Dallas and Fan Expo Boston. So right here on the floor is a Her Universe pop-up shop, and Her Universe is mostly just online.
Right.
So sometimes it's like you have to guess on your size. You never know, and now fans can get it in person.
No big deal, just a couple of partners like Fan Expo now and in 3 different locations, right? And NBA as well, was it?
Yes,
It's in-
actually, Her Universe just started doing NBA.
Look at the
and
marketing
also
manager. I'm getting so many smiles over
NFL.
here.
Hey, I'm gonna give a shout out right now to
Do it.
MLB because
Yes.
you would think I would have connections, Jay.
I would
You
think
would
so.
think I would have connections, but we can't get the license just yet for MLB.
If you don't know
So
anybody, I know somebody you might be able to
if
talk to.
anyone at MLB is listening, I think we could do some pretty amazing MLB merchandise.
Yeah, MLB, hello. The phone's ringing. Pick up. All right? Well, that's great. I'm so happy to hear now. Can you give us a little bit of background on the origin story? I know I've had the pleasure of hearing it, but we've got a lot of new people in the chat here
Yeah.
joining us live. Give me the backstory, the origin story of Her Universe.
So when I first started voicing Ahsoka back in 2008, my husband was playing baseball at the time. So he was on the Toronto Blue Jays.
Right.
As well as, he was with the St. Louis Cardinals and then Toronto Blue Jays.
2003 World Series MVP, like no big deal. Just casual stuff here.
So Alyssa Milano actually started a clothing line for female fans for sports called Touch.
Alyssa Milano from Charmed?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean,
And
amongst other things.
I bought one of everything that she made, and then, as the voice of Ahsoka, I'm like, wait a minute, nobody's doing this for Star Wars.
Yeah.
So almost half of all Star Wars fans at the time were women and girls, and there was zero merchandise for us. So I went to Lucasfilm and asked if I could do a female clothing line.
Right.
And so we launched Her Universe in June of 2010. And sorry, I'm testing out all the
That's
markers.
all right.
I'm a bit of a marker snob.
Use all of them. I brought extra colors for you. All right.
Thank you.
And there's thick pointed ones. There's thin ones there. Use them all.
Well, I'm having a bit of a squirrel moment, but to anyone that gets my autograph, I really try very hard to make it look nice and pick the right colors. So
you hear that? And these are going to be in the buy it now. So you can't pick which color you're going to get, but what we can tell you is in the buy it now and the auction, you're going to have a shot at all these figures that Ashley's going to be signing today. But yes, Her Universe.
So yes, going back to Her Universe. So in June 2010, we launched Her Universe, heruniverse.com, with just a couple of Star Wars t-shirts made for women.
Right.
And we were able to grow from there, and get other licenses like Marvel and Star Trek and Doctor Who, and and then eventually we were able to grow, and now we have a sub brand called Our Universe, and we do clothes for guys.
Okay.
We do unisex, and we do stuff for kids as well. So we do designs for literally all ages, and we have almost every single license now.
Amazing. I didn't even know. I thought it was, I know the last time we spoke, it had been Star Wars working to branch out. So that's great to hear that it's growing in the way that it is. And it's gaining a lot of attention. As far as like the design ideas, are there any inspirations from any of the properties that you mentioned, specifically from the characters in the show?
Oh, all the time.
All the time.
All the time. Obviously, we do a lot of Ahsoka-inspired clothes.
Yes.
So if you're an Ahsoka fan, Her Universe is always the #1 destination for anything Ahsoka. I mean, we were doing Ahsoka designs before it was cool.
Before it was cool. Before you made it cool, you mean?
Yes, before anyone else was doing Ahsoka merch, and we pride ourselves on really cool Ahsoka merch.
Yeah, it is really cool merch, and I mean, I see you and Mom rocking the similar outfits with the sweaters. Is this Her Universe that you have on now?
Yes, we're both wearing Her Universe. So this is actually our unisex hype jersey. It has Ahsoka on here, but across the back it says, "I'm no Jedi."
I wonder where that's from, if you didn't hear it there. Live again right here with Ashley Eckstein, live from Megacon Orlando. Where else but whatnot? We're sitting here getting autographed items, and again, if you're not able to make it to the show, we've got you covered. The items are coming directly from the con to your home. It's that simple. All you gotta do is tune in to the Whatnot channel. Bookmark all the upcoming streams. We're gonna be live from Megacon Orlando this weekend, and of course, we got a lot of other shows upcoming. Now, Ashley, there is so much going on in the Star Wars universe right now. I just gotta ask you. All right. Was there any with Ahsoka directly? I know that Rosario Dawson is obviously taking on the real life adaptation of it. Was there any conversation that you may have had with her after you voiced the character for 14 years? Any maybe tips or just direction?
One thing I can actually talk about, I can share.
Ooh, okay.
I did get to visit the set of Ahsoka.
Oh, nice.
I want to be very clear. Now, everyone's #1 question is, oh my gosh, she was there filming a cameo. I did not film a cameo. So I would love it if there's a season 2 of the show.
So when you see her in the cameo, you know where she lied directly to me. We can track it back to this moment.
It is not a lie. So I'm just, if there's a season 2, hopefully I get to do that. But I did get to visit the set.
Yeah.
So that was actually the first time we met.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, we met for the first time on the set. She was so lovely.
Was she?
Oh my gosh, so lovely. We took a picture on that day, but there was stuff in the picture that couldn't be seen. So one day we'll be able to share the photo. But I did get the chance to tell her how much Ahsoka means to people.
Right.
And that, she's more than just a character. That Ahsoka Tano is literally changing lives and in many cases saving lives.
Right.
And so we just talked about the importance of Ahsoka, and yeah, it was a really special conversation.
It's got to be really fun, especially for the Star Wars community, to start seeing a lot of the personalities that they've kind of grown with on Clone Wars, and even in your most recent Tale of a Jedi. It's got to be great to see this on-screen adaptation. Now, while Ashley continues to sign these pops, guys, just remember, we've got exclusive items like the item you see right now, and LA Comic-Con glow-in-the-dark exclusive Funko Pop signed by Ashley right here in front of you.
Those are rare.
They are super rare. And look at you knowing the rarity of the pops. So be sure to get in on the action now. I'm pretty sure this is up for auction right now. We've got items all across. We've got color variations of all the different Funko Pops. You've got the pink one, you've got some stickers, you've got glow in the dark, you've got different variations of Ahsoka. So if you're looking for something signed, this is the place to get it. And we've also got some Black Series figures as well. Now, live from Megacon Orlando, Ashley, you are always super duper popular. And like I said before, you are a true life Jedi, and I really do feel that way. What's the responsibility behind hearing something like that for you?
Well, it's a responsibility that I take very seriously.
Oh, I bet you do. I know you do.
Because first and foremost, I'm a Star Wars fan too.
Yes.
So Star Wars means as much to me as it means to everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And it's truly an honor and a privilege to be a part of Star Wars and to be a part of Lucasfilm and Disney.
Yeah.
And it's just one that, again, I don't take lightly. So I think, here's what I'll say. Like, when someone comes and meets me at a con, I know that interactions are quick. I try to give each person, as much time as I can.
Yeah.
But those 3 to 5 minutes that
Right.
we're interacting, like, I'm locked in.
Yeah,
It's a
course.
safe space. Whatever story you share with me, I'm honored that you would share it, and I'm listening. You have my full attention, and it means the world to me that you would trust me with your stories.
Yeah.
And many of them are so personal, and I don't know. It's an honor.
It is, yeah. And I think that we, and I say we as fans, really do appreciate that perspective because, again, a lot of things that people don't consider is you've got almost, you could have upwards of 1,000 people in your line and you're a human too. And, being able to process all that and try and give everybody as much time as you can is super, I guess, important for you. But from this perspective, it's we're grateful,
Thank you.
whenever you get into the line and you try and meet some of these favorites. But again, guys, I tell you this repeatedly, all you got to do is bookmark those Whatnot shows. If you don't have a chance to meet Ashley this time, you might get her another con. But if you don't want to wait to get that item for your collection, get it here right now. It's happening live in front of you, just as authentic. You're not getting the one-on-one that you might get in person, and I can tell you, she definitely takes her time.
Oh.
I think I even saw you the day, I believe it was New York, I want to say it was New York Comic Con, or it might have even been Denver, where I want to say it was Denver, where the next morning you took some time before the con even opened. You came to our booth, you had to finish some signings, and you had some fans that just happened to catch you. You took the opportunity to just stop and talk to them. So it kind of is a true testament to the type of person that you are, especially the
thank
attention you
you.
want to give people. Now, it's very fun to see everything happening in these real life adaptations, these on-screen adaptations of Star Wars. Are you keeping up with any of the shows?
I'm a little behind.
Okay, so
But-
no spoilers then.
Yes, no spoilers.
Good thing you were not here for the conversation with Katie and I about 20 minutes. We
I
were
bet.
dropping spoilers left and right.
I bet you were. Yeah, I'm a little behind. And that is, trust me, not by choice.
Yeah.
But, there's something on the marker. See, I'm very picky.
See that? Watching.
I'm gonna make
Getting
sure.
in on
okay.
it. Check out the Buy It Now. We've
Um,
got these items now and items on the auction block. But yes, you're behind on the episodes. That's okay.
Yes,
Because something is, one of the things that's very evident that you don't need to watch the show to see is the amount of powerful female representation on screen right now in people like, you got Katie Sackhoff,
Yes.
you got Emily Swallow, you've got Mercedes Renato, you've got Ashley Eckstein, who's not even on screen, but still such a monumental part of it. It's not new to Star Wars, but it's definitely got to be nice to see this empowerment happening.
Oh, it's incredible to see it happening. Because
Yeah.
I will say, back in the day,
Yeah.
when Ahsoka came out, I mean, it was just Princess Leia and Padme,
Right,
really. In
right.
terms of lead characters, I don't want to lessen the
No, of course
importance of
not.
Ayla Secura or Luminara and Julie, but to have Ahsoka come along as this lead character, to be Anakin Skywalker's Padawan during a
Yes.
time where that wasn't happening,
No.
was really groundbreaking. And I'm gonna, I know I'm a bit biased, but I really do give Ahsoka a lot of credit, because I think without her success, really,
Yeah.
I think she paved the way for so many strong female characters to come.
And this is the way, right?
This is the way, yes.
See what I did there?
I see what you did. And I have to say, Katie Sackhoff, Emily Swallow, I just got to meet Mercedes.
Did you?
Oh my
man.
gosh. 3 amazing women. It just...
Such great personalities.
Yes.
I mean, such great personalities. I've been able to sit with Katie for the second time, luckily, that I've been doing this. And I just met Emily last week, and I'm looking forward to meeting Mercedes. So I will be honored to sit with all 4 of you at some point and really get that conversation going.
Well, can I tell you a funny story? So
Please do.
My husband's a big wrestling fan.
Is he?
And so we just met Mercedes.
Okay.
And
Mercedes Moné, as known in New Japan Wrestling.
Yes. And I was the one that went up. First of all, I welcomed her to the Star Wars family.
Yeah.
Naomi as well.
Was there like a banner and like a cake and like confetti everywhere?
No, it
Okay.
was just like backstage in the green room. But I more like geeked out.
Yeah.
You know, with my husband, I was like, my husband's a big wrestling fan. I have to introduce you. So he was excited.
I don't know why, but I have this, because I've met David a couple of times now. I just have this vision of David with the biggest smile in his hand, probably holding an item to get signed.
Oh.
This is just the image that's popped into my head here.
You know, he doesn't do signatures.
No?
Really. But he loves like asking questions.
Right. Okay.
And so I think he asked a couple questions. But he's been watching wrestling ever since he was a little kid.
Yeah. So it must have been really cool for him to meet Mercedes and
Very cool.
get to talk a little bit of wrestling for a little bit.
Yes.
Because everybody wants to talk baseball to David when he comes to the Whatnot booth.
Oh yeah, which he loves too.
Oh, I'm sure he does. He collects a bunch of stuff too. Is he a collector as well?
Yes, but not
Trying to minimize it.
Yes. But he has his old baseball cards.
Yes,
He has
okay.
quite an impressive collection.
Okay.
And then let's see what else. That's probably it. He's a big TV watcher.
Okay.
So he's always watching games.
Can't knock him there.
There's probably he'll watch 6 games at one time.
So that's probably what he's up to today, opening day of baseball.
Oh, for sure.
Now, talking about baseball a bit, before we talk about that, I just want to remind the chat again, you've got several items in the Buy It Now and the auction. They're going to be going up. You can grab them if you feel like auctioning on one of those items that you're really chasing. Go ahead and do that. If not, the Buy It Now is also stacked.
I love this figure, and I signed these in a mixture of purple and white.
Yes.
The purple looks really cool because it
looks so
matches
good.
the box, but the white matches her lightsabers.
One of the better box designs for Ahsoka,
Oh, I think
obviously.
so, too.
I really got to say.
For sure.
I know that I read an article briefly where it talked about your value of teamwork in baseball and business and how you're getting involved in shifting your focus to that.
Yeah.
Give me a little bit of background on that and what your involvement in I know through her university you have involvement in other sports, but MLB specifically.
Well, it's funny because before I launched Her Universe, when my husband was still playing, I tried to do a jewelry line for MLB.
Right.
And I almost got it done. I actually was like one step away from finishing the license.
Right.
And then I didn't go about it the right way.
Mm-hmm.
And so we decided to kind of take a step back and make sure we were setting it up properly.
Right.
And then I decided to do Her Universe instead. Because as the voice of Ahsoka, you know, there was more of a need in Star Wars.
Right, yeah.
But obviously with my roots with baseball, it would be a dream to do something for MLB one day. But
Her Universe. Her Universe.
But from the beginning of Her Universe, we've always taken the teamwork approach.
Right.
You know, I say it takes teamwork to make the dream work.
Of course.
But David...
We're fans of one band, one sound here.
Yes, absolutely. That's a great phrase, but great motto. But David, in the beginning when I launched Her Universe, he told me, he was like, hey, you have my full support, but go build your team.
Right.
Because he never, you know, he was a big team guy.
Yeah.
Never would have won the World Series without his team.
Of course.
And so he, you know, told me to take the same approach to business.
Right.
And everything we've always done is a team, you know, and I'm very outspoken about the fact that, you know, I couldn't do what I did by myself.
Yeah.
I never did it by myself. It was always with the help of others.
Not many who succeed do, right? Not many who succeed do.
Not at all.
There's definitely a lot of contributing factors to any person's success, whatever that definition is to them, right?
Absolutely.
Now, I love hearing about your approach to things, and I always love asking you about Star Wars Mindfulness Matters, because I know you love talking about it, and I love hearing about it. What's the latest with Star Wars Mindfulness Matters? If you give people a little bit of an update on what that is and where they can listen in.
Yeah, thank you for asking.
You're very welcome.
Star Wars Mindful Matters is a video series I did for Star Wars.
Yeah.
But I will say it's a passion project of mine.
Yes,
it was an idea I had over 5 years ago.
Okay.
And they're just short videos. They're on StarWarsKids.com or the Star Wars Kids YouTube channel. They're not just for kids, though. They're on the kids. They're for everybody. They're on the kids channel just so parents and teachers know that they're safe for kids and appropriate for kids.
Yeah.
But they're 2 to 3 minute videos where I take the mindful lessons of Star Wars. So these are lessons that are in the actual films, in the show. And I pair them with an actual clinically based mindfulness exercise or a lesson. And you can basically train to be a Jedi, but it's not about the lightsaber training.
Right.
It's about the mental training.
Right.
You know, Master Yoda says a Jedi must have the deepest commitment, the most serious mind. You know, and I would argue that the mental lessons of a Jedi are almost more important than the physical lessons.
Oh, 100%.
You know, Luke teaches Rey that confronting fear is the destiny of a Jedi. So, again, these are very short videos. Yeah. 2 to 3 minutes.
Full of impact, though.
Full of impact, and you can do them daily. I mean, they're meant to be exercises that will help you throughout your day. Right. Because being mindful matters.
It does. And again, what was it that people can get access to these videos again?
StarWarsKids.com.
There it is.
Or the Star Wars Kids YouTube.
You heard it here.
Or a fast track to it is just go to my Instagram at Ashley Eckstein. So it's just my name, at Ashley Eckstein. And in the highlights section, my last 5 highlights are all 5 videos.
There it is. And again, we're sitting here with Ashley Eckstein at Megacon Orlando, Megacon Orlando. We're live here getting a bunch of items signed. Again, there's items going up in the Buy It Now and in the auction. Keep your eyes there because there's going to be a lot of cool items that you're going to want to get your hands on. Whether you're a Funko Pop collector or an action figure collector, or maybe just a fan of Ashley and her work, you want to get these items in. Can't make it to the con. We're bringing the con to you right here through the Buy It Now and that auction. And don't forget, get on the Whatnot channel. All weekend long here at MegaCon, we're going to be bringing on a ton of awesome guests who are going to be doing the same thing. So if there's an item that you're looking for your collection, be sure to get your hands on it. Now, touching just very quickly on, I had spoken to Emily and both Katie too, and kind of got their perspective on seeing The Mandalorian this season and seeing the relationship between the armorer and the Mandalorian, where there's this teacher-student with Din Djarin. You know, how important is that to see that next phase of teacher-student in Star Wars now?
Well, it's such a cornerstone of Star Wars. You know, it's a core part of George Lucas's story. I think there always needs to be that kind of master Padawan teacher-student dynamic. And it's really what Star Wars is known for. So I love that it's continuing, and sometimes it's a wonderful relationship, and sometimes it's a toxic relationship.
Right. It seems like it's working out in this one.
But yes, no, it's wonderful to see, and very inspiring too.
It
you know,
is.
Even though these stories happen in a galaxy far, far away, they're stories that inspire me in my daily life.
Speaking about inspiration, from the stories in your daily life, what's a moment that's really resonated over your career? A quote, a moment, a scene that you kind of go back to, and it's, you know, something that, you know, it's just a good memory for you.
Well, Ahsoka said a line in season 7, in the final season of Clone Wars.
Yeah.
She says, "In my life, when you find people who need your help, you help them no matter what.
Right.
I guess it's just who I am." And that quote has always resonated with me, and I think of it often. You know, because I ask myself all the time, what would Ahsoka do? And Ahsoka's true power is her kindness.
Yes, it is.
And the fact that she helps others no matter what. So I keep that quote kind of top of mind, and I'm always trying to think how I can help someone else.
Yeah.
Because when you help someone else, you actually help yourself.
we're full of this here today. I mean, you're coming on with some great gems here today. Katie came in with some super inspirational moments. I mean, today's the day of the Star Wars. I mean, on the show, I'm really feeling it. So I really appreciate you always coming over, taking the time. I know you're very busy. I know you always like to give people the most that you can.
Thank you.
You've got a lot of people in the
hanging out
room
with
now.
you all.
This is like, what, our third or fourth time together? I think?
Yeah, I think
Something like that. I mean, as many times as I've driven Jackie crazy by holding you here as long as I can. So I know that we've got a bunch of people in the room right now, Ashley. What do you have to say to the fans who come to the cons, tune into the shows, support all your other endeavors?
Yes. Biggest thing is just thank you. Your support and you showing up and what you give to me really matters. And I just wanted you to know that. I don't take a single second for granted, and your kindness really means the world to me. And thank you for carrying on Ahsoka's legacy. You know, that's why I say Ahsoka lives in all of us now, because she doesn't just live in me. She doesn't just live in Rosario. She lives in you, Jay. She lives in all of you.
Yeah, she does.
Ahsoka lives in all of us now. And so thank you so much for carrying on her legacy and her light and her hope.
I mean, what else how do I even follow up with that? Other than the fact to say thank you so much to everybody tuning in. We're live here at Megacon Orlando again with Ashley. She's been absolutely amazing to stop by the booth, sign some items that we've got in the auction now, and the buy it now items. So keep on checking that out. We've got a lot of items that are moving, so get your hands on these because, again, season 2 is coming around. The character's only getting more popular. Of course, for the longest time, my Ahsoka Tano, of course, just like there's so many iconic people that play a role where, you know, a lot of people play one role and you kind of identify. You are my Ahsoka.
Oh,
no shade to Rosario. We love you too, Rosario. I'm really excited to see what you're doing. But of course.
And you know what? I just want to say one thing.
Yeah.
I am all about women supporting women, but also just people supporting one another.
Supporting people.
And Rosario's doing an amazing job with Ahsoka. And I don't think it does. You know, it shouldn't be compared. She has her version of Ahsoka and I have mine. And both are wonderful.
Yes.
And I support Rosario, and I finally got to meet her and it was so lovely. And so to me it's like, no, Rosario's Ahsoka is awesome.
It is.
And so yeah, I look forward to seeing the series.
There's a version of Ahsoka for everyone out there, right?
Exactly.
And I think that's an amazing place to try and wrap it up here because it's been 30 minutes already here with me.
Oh my gosh.
It has been some time.
Flies by,
it always
Jay.
flies by. You and I get lost in conversation.
Yeah,
so.
we do.
And then, you know, usually after the camera, David and I talk for like another hour. So usually don't end up leaving the booth, which, again, I'm appreciative of. So you know how we do things here. We usually do a sign off here where I say, I'm Jay Stash, you say you're Ashley Eckstein, and we say bye to everybody. You ready to do that today?
All right. Yes. Let me finish this autograph.
You take your time here. I've got a bit of a lead up to it. And again, we're live here at Megacon Orlando. Where else but whatnot would we get the opportunity to sit with Ashley Eckstein and bring the con home to you? That's right. Whatnot, it's a Comic-Con in your pocket. I'm Jay Stash.
I'm Ashley Eckstein.
We're signing off. See you guys later.
May the force be with you.
Wow, I love that. Can we get a clippable moment on that, please? Thank you. Take care, everybody.
Bye.